Hello again. One of the things which ordinary people in England are worried about is violent crime, especially that in which the victims are women and children. Anxiety about this is, of course, combined with the worries about immigration, because anybody who is not deaf, dumb, and blind knows perfectly well that the overwhelming majority of murders in this country are the work of foreigners or people whose families' heritage lies outside this country. Put so bluntly, this sounds shocking, of course, but there is no easy way to state the case. Since the death of the three little girls on July the 29th, I've been keeping track of murders in England, and I thought that it might be interesting to see who is being arrested and charged with them, and who the victims are. The man charged with the murders of the little girls in Southport was Axel Rudy Cabana, who is of African ethnicity. On August the 10th, an African man called Saley Bayer was stabbed in Forest Gate, a London district. He has now died, and a man called Hamza Kamali has been charged in connection with the attack. On August the 16th, Thomas Stankiewicz was stabbed to death in Bristol. The men charged with murder are Gegin Assad and Ferig Fukari. On August the 18th, Alberta Obenim was stabbed to death in Manchester. This was part of a stabbing spree, and a man and girl were also gravely injured. The family are African, as is the man who has been sectioned under the Mental Health Act as a suspect in the murder. On August the 20th, a man was killed in Leeds, and Mark Ross has been charged with his murder. On August the 21st, a mother and her three children were killed in a fire in Bradford. Two men have been charged with their murders. One is Mohammed Shabir and the other Callum Sunderland. On August the 26th, Claire Maximum was stabbed to death in London. She was black, as are the men charged with her murder, Shakil Sheldon and Sheal Tibu. Also on August 26th, Musi Netu was murdered in London. On August the 27th, Zanil Sibanda was stabbed to death in Gloucester. A man called Tanaka Zivania has been charged with her murder. On August the 28th, a black man called Jade Barnett was stabbed to death in Hackney by a group of black men. On August the 29th, a 6-year-old boy called Alexander Zuravsky was stabbed to death, and a woman called Carolina Zuravsky has been charged with murder. On August the 31st, a man called Piotr Swiderski, who is Polish, killed his three sons, all under the age of 4, before committing suicide. A number of things are noticeable about these murders, which is that all but one involved foreigners or people whose family do not have their own roots in this country. 10 of the victims were children and 4 women. Only 2 white English people have been charged in connection with these cases. There were no cases which involved just white English people, not one. It's hard to avoid the conclusion that violent deaths in this country are largely associated with people from other countries and those whose families are from other countries, and that this has had the effect of making England a more violent and dangerous place. I am happy to be proved wrong about this. I have left out those cases where the identity of suspects and victims has not yet been released, but other than that, I think this is a complete list of cases covering a month or so in England. They are not just limited either to inner city areas like Birmingham and London. These are small Welsh towns, Gloucester, Surrey, all over the country. I would be curious to know what viewers have to say about this.